Hello everyone, welcome to the EduWay. So this is one of the most important strategy sessions that you were all asking for. I got some personal messages as well as some comments to tell the strategy to score 99 out of 100 in English core in your boards. Now, why am I telling the strategy? Because I have achieved this. I have got 99 out of 100 in English, which is really making me very happy. And I'll be telling you all how you can also achieve this using the strategy which I followed in CBSE 2021. Okay. Alright, now though your 2022 onwards board exams have been divided into term 1 and term 2, but still you can follow this strategy in both the terms to score extremely well in both the terms. Now, this is the first video regarding this strategy in which I'll be giving you general tips. Okay, I'll be only giving you general tips in this video to score. Specific topic wise, chapter wise, book wise tips I'll be giving separately. If you need it, you can comment about it. Okay, the first way in which you can score extremely well in English is to improve your I'll just write it once again. Improve your general vocabulary, spellings, grammar, etc. Now, how do you need to do that? This is now, first of all, general vocabulary, spellings, grammars are not asked in your board exams. But the need to improve it is that whenever you get comprehension passages, whenever you get writing skills, whenever you get long answer literatures, even for MCQs, which are common nowadays, these things will always help you to write your answers well, to improve the presentation of your answers, as well as to understand the MCQs. MCQ, comprehending the MCQ, differentiating between similar options is very difficult if your vocabulary, your grammar is not strong. Okay, this is very important. For this, what you can do, the best way is to read books. Read as many books as possible. You're going to read your textbooks, but read general story books. You can read children's books. Okay, you can read books on general issues, political issues, social issues. A lot of books by authors as per your choice will be there. Read the books. Secondly, solve regular grammar exercises. Solve regular grammar exercises. Regular exercises like fill in the blanks, editing, omissions, okay, etc. These are regular grammar exercises. These exercises are available on the net. You can find these exercises on the net. A lot of exercises are there. These exercises are also available in good workbooks. Okay. The book which I had used was Renan Martin's Grammar and Composition. It's the best book to improve your grammar. You can use it. You can use other books also. There are lots of good authors who have written good books. You can read it. This will always help you to practice grammar well, improve your sense of grammar. Spellings automatically will be improved. For spellings, what I would suggest to you is try to write a page daily. Try to write one page on any issue. You can suppose if your syllabus has letters, write one letter according to your syllabus. Pick up a question of letters. It may be your past year question only. What I did for this is I used to select past year questions. Past year questions means you have a lot of past year questions of your board exams in which writing skill comes. Pick up one question every day, and that way you'll be able to cover those questions also. You have the marking schemes available on internet. You can see what points are required for general questions, and your writing skill automatically will improve. So for this, you will automatically improve your general English, which is what I'm telling about, plus your writing skills. Okay, improving writing skills is very important. You can definitely do it using PYQs only. That's the best source. Take up the past 10 years papers and one question of writing skill each day. Each paper has 7 to 8 questions. You have options as well. So take all of them. Keep writing, and you will be superb in it. Alright. This was your first tip. Moving to your second tip is don't ignore. Actually, I should have given this as your first tip. Many people keep English for the last 2 months. Please do not do that. This is the most wrong approach to English. You say that it's chapters. Definitely reading and understanding chapters is easy in the last 2 months, but never do that. Start from day one. Start from day one. If you have not started till now, start from today itself, or whenever you see the video, start at that moment. You just need to devote maximum 30 to 40 minutes a day, and you will be superb. Okay, start studying your syllabus from day one. Syllabus means your books, which can be the Flamingo, the Vistas, your writing skill book. Start reading and studying those books from day one only. Okay, do not keep English for the last 2 months, because in that way you may understand the chapter also. You may mug up a chapter, but your sense, the quality that is required to do the book very well, will never come in the last day, the last months. Okay, start from day one. Please do this. I have done that myself, and that is why I could get this success. The next important point is chapters. How do you go about your chapters? This is your literature I'm talking about. Literature now will have two kinds of questions. In fact, three kinds, because of your terms division. You have MCQs, which are now in your term 1. You have your short answers, and you have your value based questions, which are the long answers. For cracking these, you have a general approach and a specific approach. Let me first tell you about the general approach. What is the general approach you need to devote for this? Read each chapter 5 times at least. In fact, I would want if you can read it 10 times. In a year, you can definitely read each chapter 10 times. Now your syllabus is reduced also. But at least 5 times over the span of a year, you have to read the chapters at least 5 times while you're completing your syllabus. I'm not saying read 5 times in one day. That's of no use. Read 5 times in suppose a span of 2 weeks. Read each chapter 5 times. This reading has to be word to word. If you just start with your summary, okay, what we are all looking at in English is the summary. No. You can use summaries and short notes in the 1 or 2 days before the exam to revise. That is fine. Before the exam, 1 or 2 days you can use to revise your chapter. That is okay. But while you're preparing initially, at least 5 times word to word you need to read the chapter. This automatically will help you get full marks in MCQs. MCQs are from the core understanding and reading of the chapter, which will never come from your summary. Never. This automatically completes your short answers also. What about value based questions? Try to comprehend the chapter. Now, what do I mean by trying to comprehend the chapter? Means whatever is given, whatever theme is the chapter is talking about, try to comprehend it, try to understand it, okay? Try to get an extraction from there, and you'll be able to crack the value based question. Themes are also given in the book also, in your NCRTs also, you can read it from there also. And automatically when you read a chapter 5 times, you will definitely be able to extract every theme out of it, and you will be able to crack the value based questions. Okay, the main thing is start from day 1 and keep reading the chapter word to word. Do not go to the summaries initially, short notes initially. It is of no use. You have to use your book. That is the best way to crack English. See, the reason I'm talking about your scoring well in English is very important, because whenever you take up your percentage, there is a best 4 calculation generally, and most of the courses are best 4 calculations. In best 4, you have to take English plus 3. English, the first priority has to be English. So even if you may score, suppose you are scoring a 90 in one subject and 99s in all the subjects, but you scored 90 in English, you have to take a 90 of English and remove 199. So it is always better that you get a great score in English, so that will always be a boon to you while calculating your percentage. Please do not ignore this. 4th step is for generally to improve in English. Now what you need is a lot of past year questions, practice of past year questions, plus question banks. Question banks, I'm talking mainly about the MCQs. Past year questions are available in a lot of books. Arihant books are there, then other publications are also there, which will give you a lot of I Succeed and all, which gives you a lot of past year questions. From here, you will mainly get subjective questions because MCQs have just been introduced in 2020, 2021 in fact. So MCQs you won't get a lot in past year questions, but your 2 markers and the 6 markers, 5 markers, that you can definitely practice using past year questions. Plus obviously you have your 5 to 7 questions in the NCERT back also. Practice them, your past year questions are sorted, you are very ready after reading the chapter to solve the questions. Okay. Question banks. Now for MCQs, to crack MCQs, the most important thing is the reading. If your reading is done well, you are definitely cracking MCQs. The second important thing is your question bank to get a practice of actual MCQs. From where can you extract the MCQs? Let me tell you. The best source is CBSE question bank. CBSE in 2021 released a question bank which comprises mostly of MCQs in English. That is the best source because it is given by your board itself. So practice it from the CBSE question bank English. You are going to get the MCQs. Second source which I am talking about is CBSE 2021 sample paper. CBSE 2021 sample paper contains a lot of MCQs, contains a lot of reference to context questions. You are going to practice it from there. And you can also get it from books, published books which have a question bank MCQs. Lot of published books which I had used in my preparation also. 2 books I had used, Arihant Publications and I Succeed I think was my book. So from there, if you get question bank of MCQs, keep on practicing them, your MCQs automatically become stronger. Once you are done with all the chapters, you can do a mixed bag of MCQs also. That will give you fun also while practicing. I enjoyed it. That's why I'm talking about it. Okay. So definitely do this. And my 5th tip, which is very, very important, is practice sample passages for comprehensions. Comprehensions, mostly 90% of people don't do preparation of comprehensions at all because they feel that every answer is in the passage only, you're going to get it directly. Well, I should tell you that while you're solving MCQs in comprehensions, one type of MCQ contains a direct question, which definitely are there in the passage. You read the passage twice, you will be getting the question definitely. The second one type of question is analysis. You have to analyze something. If you just see, for the source, let me tell you, you just see sample paper, CBSE sample paper 2021. You will see the passages and you will see the kinds of questions that they have asked are based on graphs, are based on pie charts. They want you to analyze the data which is given in the passage. That can never come by just reading the passage once. You have to have a good skill of analysis, a good skill of comprehension, and for that, again, the only tip that I can give you is practice sample comprehensions. Okay, sample comprehensions you will get in the CBSE question papers. All the comprehensions are asked every year, so you can get it in your past year question papers. You can get it from question bank books. Solve sample comprehensions. It will help you a lot. Okay, sample comprehensions is very, very important. Okay, because the analysis questions, once you have a practice of it, even if you have practiced 10 to 11 comprehensions in the whole year, still you will develop a sense of analysis and you will be able to crack the comprehensions as well. Okay, so this video must have helped you to take English, how to understand and study English well. Be always alert in your classes. Be attentive when you study English from your teachers. Listen to what tips they are giving you. Listen to all the content which is being delivered. Make notes definitely, but don't just study from the notes. Study from your book as well. That is the most important. Notes you use just to recap the knowledge in a short time before the exam. Okay, summaries definitely use it, but before the exam in a short time. Otherwise, if you just study from a summary, the MCQs you will never be able to solve. Even the long questions you will struggle. To develop an insight into the chapter, you have to read the book at least 5 times, cover to cover, your NCERT. Now, syllabus has also been reduced this year, so you have less chapters, you can definitely do it easily. Study English every day, okay, and you will improve your general English also, because which is required for all your domains, and your score automatically will boost a lot, and you can definitely achieve this 99 milestone also, or even a perfect score. If you go like this, you can even achieve a perfect score. Thank you so much. Sorry, disturbance. I just got a call. So take care, subscribe the channel. Thank you so much and stay safe. Thank you.